Bam. Mm-hmm. Welcome to another episode of Sports Line with JLE Marte, where we discuss sports like family. Still working on my intro stuff. I'm your host, JLE.
Yeah, I thought I was just about to say he didn't say all his acronyms. Go ahead.
Nah, I just say JLE. They can see it on screen. My co-host Marte and RN.
It's been a minute. I know it's been a minute, Lord.
had to call the Ghostbusters, go find her.
Let me tell you something. The devil be busy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. And today we're talking about NBA draft, NBA playoffs, NFL draft, and Shannon Sharpe issues. But we're gonna start with NFL because it's been 2 rounds and Shedeur Sanders still hasn't been drafted.
You know, a part of me feels sad a little bit. Just a little bit. But the other part of me, and I mean this as respectfully as possible, it just goes to show what I felt when like Travis Hunter went down. And I just felt like Shedeur just really didn't have no bounce back, no follow through. It was just like, I felt like having Travis highlighted him. You understand?
Okay.
And without him, it was just like he didn't fully get to showcase his talent as being the leader and the head and the quarterback. And it's like, okay, that man go down, the next man up, but you got to be able to set it up for them to be available and, you know, whatever. Like, I don't know. I just felt like watching the first and the second round go by and his name not get called, especially in the first round towards the end where I believe at least 2 teams traded to go up, okay, or to have another pick, and you knew that team needed a quarterback and they went with somebody else, and it's just like, again, people had to feel something like what I felt and what I seen, and I'm not saying that he's not a good quarterback, because he is, but clearly these teams are not seeing him as that guy right now. You understand?
No, they're not.
And so that's what saddens me, because it's like, I know he got the potential. I know they know he got the potential, but
now to be fair, because some people are saying, well, it's racist because not Mayfield. Johnny Manziel was a rich kid, alcoholic, had his problem. They still picked him. But he also was a Heisman, if not mistaken. And the thing that I heard some announcers that played the game say, one issue he has, when he dropped back, when the quarterback dropped back, they surveyed the field, they should be moving up. He don't. He goes backwards, and because he does that a lot, he get a lot of coverage sacks and don't get rid of the ball. So they look at his skill set as being okay.
But I mean, that's what I mean without using all the technical terms as Mr. Jeff just laid out for us, okay?
Yeah, and it's more because they said he came off arrogant and entitled in the interviews. And let's be real, that is a problem. We in America, color shouldn't matter, but we know it does. Talking to these owners of these teams, they want to see a humble young black kid thankful for an opportunity.
I mean, that's true, but
it rubs in the wrong way when you got money.
We forget who his daddy was, though?
I know.
I mean,
some people don't like his daddy because the first season in Colorado, all eyes were on Colorado. I forgot who had won the title previously because everybody was talking about them. But they had put so many games on TV. So you do have people want to see a downfall. But on the other end, there's some things he needs to do. Because Aaron Rodgers, he was the 24th pick, his draft, when he should have went 1. Because the dick that we see now, they were told that's who he was in college. And they was like, do I want that dude on my team?
Okay, now, speaking of, let's just talk about real quick. Like, let's briefly talk about Aaron Rodgers being let go from the Jets. Let's talk about that real quick. And how he responded when they tried to, like, in my opinion, do it the right way. Okay. They wanted to see you and let you know, like, listen, we trying to go in a different direction. And then he runs on Pat McAfee. Is that his name?
Pat McAfee.
McAfee. He goes on Pat McAfee show, who I absolutely love. I love Pat. But he goes on there and he goes on this rant, this typical Aaron tangent, okay, about how he had to spend his money to travel across the country to come there for that. You could have called me, but guess what? If they called you and let you go, you would have been talking about, oh, so you couldn't even tell me to my face. You got to call me on the phone. Yep. It's like he's such a prima donna. You know, I always bypass his little, I don't know what it is.
I didn't.
His documentary or whatever it is on Netflix or some Prime, Netflix, I don't know. I bypass it all the time because it's like, you know what? I don't want to hear the woe is me. Like it can't be everybody else all the time, Aaron. I'm sorry.
I mean, he's a real life version of Bernie Mac character from that baseball movie, Mr. 3000. It's all about me.
Oh my God.
And when he retired, no one really came because his friend that never said something had to say, you selfish as hell. And then he finally changed to be a better teammate. They said it's about to do it in college. It's just over the years, as he got success, he's been more of that personality. Because Aaron Glenn asked him, okay, you can't be doing this other stuff. You got to be, you the quarterback, you the leader, football. You're going to stop the Pat McAfee show, this other stuff you're doing? Let me think about that. If you heard or encountered Aaron Glenn, who was our defense coordinator, he played in the league as well. Mm-hmm. He no nonsense type of dude. Oh, you can't say yes, or you full of crap.
But you know what they said that though, the moment that it was confirmed that Aaron Glenn was going over to the Jets, they had already said it then. Like, you know, he not gonna stand for that. No, you know, rah. He not trying to hear none of that.
All I need is
they said it then. He was gonna let him go. They said it then.
Yeah, I knew it because the culture that our coach built, it's all of us trying to get this goal of a title.
Right.
Sacrifice. We family sacrifice for each other.
There's no I in
if you can't do that, you can't do the culture that we established in Detroit. That ain't your man. You gotta think about not going to Pat McAfee or this other stuff you're doing. No, you ain't the quarterback.
Okay, so wait a minute. So time out. So are we saying that, or are you saying that he was on there regularly? Because I don't recall seeing Aaron Rodgers on there.
Yes, he's been on his show, other shows regularly.
Oh.
And again, quarterback is the CEO of the team. I need your ass in that playbook, building camaraderie with this team 24/7. If that ain't what you're trying to do, you can't be the leader facing my team. Because only I'm happy to hear one player say, he ain't doing that. Why you talking to me, coach? It's like that great scene from Remember the Titans when the two defensive people had to talk to each other. And the white player told him, man, you a great talent if you do this. He's like, man, what I'm do that for? The white guys don't block for our black quarterback. And you don't do nothing about it. So my attitude is reflecting your leadership. I'm getting mine. And then the white guy changed. They became brothers and held everyone accountable. So you can't have a dude on the team being the quarterback that's not going to be on that Tom Brady, other great quarterbacks that be a good example for the team. Because you're going to hear it, man. Hold on, bro. Go talk to so-and-so. He ain't come to no practice. Why you talking to me? Ain't we a team? So why the quarterback at strip clubs, wherever you doing, and you talking to me? You're going to have the whole team going to be listening for your response as coach. Like, well, coach, he ain't wrong. We ain't want to say nothing, but since it's on the table, you letting this dude get away with murder. Mm-hmm. He always in the media calling out everybody because he changed a little bit from Green Bay, where every time he did a press conference, the coordinator fought, the receiver, like, you the quarterback.
But that's what I mean. Like,
you ain't gonna take none of it on me.
He's the epitome of that saying, woe is me. It just it's always a song and dance. And you know, I have this like banter with one of my coworkers. Like that was his go-to guy. You know what I mean? He was like, a big Packers, Aaron Rodgers, and any opportunity I got to just shut it down, like no, okay, like I can't. But it's like when you see where we're at now today with it now, he don't even want to hold the discussion about Aaron Rodgers because he already know. Okay.
And to think about it, him and Alex Smith, they were talking should be the top 2 picks of their draft. And he fell to 24 because they had to say that, man, he was projected. Why he fall? Well, when they did their research, they found out he was a prima donna. He's a jerk. And a lot of these teams sitting here like, do I want that as my quarterback?
That part.
Will they follow that?
But if you think about it, though, he came in as backup to Brett Favre. Okay, so it wasn't like it's one thing to fall out of the first round.
Yeah, he fell into a great situation.
At the end of the day, like, shout out to that situation. But I'm sure you would have thought that would have humbled him a little bit.
Oh, no.
But no.
Oh, no.
No.
And the way that as he got accolades and got a Super Bowl under his belt, he has shown more of that personality. The more money and fame power you get, who you truly are will show itself.
And it did.
Now, stuff can happen where you can change, rebrand, be a better person. But if you ain't really been checked, and apparently the Jets were doing similar stuff that they were doing over there with Packers, allowing Aaron to be Aaron.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't translate to wins over here. Well, I've been injured. I've been this like, yeah. Brett Favre got hurt.
That could have also too been part of why they let not his name was Cipriani. That's the guy from the Eagles. What was the last coach name who got let go from the Jets before Aaron Glenn came over?
Is it Rule? I have to look it up to verify.
Let me look it up too. Yeah. I feel like he really wasn't the leader. He let Aaron be the leader. But of course, in the first season when he came over to the Jets, he got injured. You see what I'm saying? And then he was out for majority of the season. Then he came back. I'm thinking like, okay, show and prove. He still didn't do that. But again,
Robert Saleh.
What Saleh? Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Now, at the end of the day, I feel like had he came in, or not came in because he was already there, had he chose to have the same mantra as Aaron Glenn up when Aaron came over, it's like, okay, no, it's only one chief, bull. Okay. You got to be the Indian. I'm sorry. You got to be the Indians like the rest of the team. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, it becomes problematic. So they said, okay, we're going to let you go. And then hopefully the next person we bring over going to recognize that we don't need this man no more. And we're going to move on. And that's exactly what happened.
Now, there he was in talks with Pittsburgh, but him being Aaron, one of their defensive players like, either you want to be a Steeler or you don't. We ain't doing all that nonsense with you. I'm like, this dude said in public, like, nah, bro, we don't do that over here. You want to be here or you don't. If you don't, you can be semi-retired without being retired. Ain't nobody trying to get you.
But you know what? Here's what I appreciate the most about the NFL draft for the first round this year. They have picked a lot of defensive players, and I absolutely love it. Okay. Now, some teams you thought go ahead.
Well, the NFL is just like the NBA. It's a copycat league. And if you notice, the way Philly won, they was something like the Seattle team. They had a dog running game, dog defense, mobile quarterback. So, and they pretty much smashed Kansas City a little bit in how they played them. They were so physical.
Wait a minute. Let me think of my team name.
We need to redo that. So
what was their name? Don't tell me. Wait a minute.
Legion of Boom.
Jeff. Legion of motherfucking Bone. Nah, that was that's how I became a Seahawks fan. So again, I appreciate the defense. Okay.
And see, that's the thing.
So
everybody saw what defense was dominant. The Lions had a good defense. They people started hurt. All right, we want to be a good team now. We need defense.
But Jeff, the Eagles had 4 front men. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
4.
You have a great defense when your front 4 or 5 are the only pass rush. You don't blitz nobody. They do it. When the Giants won their 2 titles,
that was the best Super Bowl I've seen in my time of liking football. I swear to God.
Mm-hmm. The 2 Super Bowls Eli won that's going to give him in the Hall of Fame. He had a defense like that. Where we're not blitzing, them folk going to get you. And that opens up the field for the rest of the defense when the front 4, we're going to get him. Don't blitz. We ain't blitzing nothing. Y'all check everybody else.
Yes.
It's hard to throw the ball if this front 4 is on your quarterback neck.
Beautiful. I just
covering everybody else. You're going to be getting him off the field quick because he like, damn, everybody covered. Oh, man, he on me.
Yep.
It's going to be problems.
But
you got to get the right people to be that. To like, your job is to be the blitz because we ain't blitzing. Y'all go get it. And when you got a front 4 like that, you got a nasty.
It was beautiful. I mean, but again, in all the drafts that I've ever seen, and again, I've only really like been a fan since '99. Okay, so I can't act like I just been all in before then. Like I've been a true grit fan since 1999. But at the end of the day, I've never seen a draft where they draft so many defensive men in the first round. You see that in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. So you see that in the later round. Yeah. You don't see that in the first round. This was like, I was like, oh.
Now, I picked from Ohio State defensive tackle Talik Williams. When I saw the video on him, he reminded me of Dominican Sue. So he should be that one to plug up the run and stop these running quarterbacks from running up the middle of the field because we act like we can't stop that bleeding for nothing.
Right. But the Eagles did. Woohoo! It was beautiful.
I'm like, what happened to the middle linebackers of the Ray Lewis? Well, that dude, he right here. Yeah. You ain't coming up the middle.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's our Achilles heel. They keep coming up the middle with a running quarterback, and y'all can't stop nobody. Stop that.
Well, honey, the Eagles said not today.
Now, 3rd round still going, and we picked Isaac Tesla, wide receiver, Arkansas.
Oh, so we got a wide receiver. Okay. We really didn't need. I don't feel like we needed no more wide receivers, to be fair.
Well, you know what we need? 6'4".
You know what we need?
That's some height.
We need another goddamn quarterback. I'm just saying.
I thought we might get him because, we don't have a future quarterback on the team.
Okay.
I mean, Goff should be able to get
you us can come to Detroit, boo.
I mean, I do believe Goff can get us one.
I don't know.
Because I don't know if he was too anxious. He had a phone call or something, but he played like hot garbage trying to play hero ball. Play within the offense. That's all we need. We don't need all that. We just need you to get the ball down the field when it's needed. Get the yardage that's there. Go get this chip. And we've solidified we're a real team consistently. Finally gonna come to us.
Well, I hope I feel like that man's name is Isaac Tesla.
Nah, Tesaa.
Okay.
Nah, not Tesla. They might nickname that dude, they never know.
You okay? You right. That might be offensive. I take that back, Isaac. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and we
don't want you. We don't want you affiliated. Sorry.
We get some good picks.
But no, you know what, Jeff? Now that you done said that, I wasn't even thinking that though. Like maybe we should pick Shador, like for real.
Me and my mom, I was on the phone, her watching. I'm like, we should take him. He got talent.
Yeah, it's not like he's not a good quarterback.
And trust and believe. If his ego is out of control, we will slap him into reality real quick. We don't care your daddy got money and all that bull jive. You're going to grind hard in Detroit and work for yours. That's what we do here.
Well, absolutely.
Or we're gonna teach you in practice. We're gonna get all that little prima donna out your ass.
Yeah.
All them change you want to wear. We're gonna knock the hell out of you. Welcome to the NFL.
Right.
Because this is what the other team's gonna do to you. So stop holding the ball too long. Read the field. If it ain't there, get rid of it or run for a few yards and get down.
And you know what's said? They keep showing him as the number one best available, like every
he was
round.
He was a Heisman finalist, so
yeah. But I'm just saying, like, but we ain't nobody has picked him yet, though. Like,
yeah,
like that is saying a lot, Jeff. That's saying a lot.
Oh, the humbling is taking place in front of us. Like, if your daddy didn't coach you all your life, maybe because we know the fan base starts screaming, man, his daddy coached him up, so get that bum coach up, bring Dion in. We ain't dealing with all that. Some teams are looking at that type of stuff like, man, we do get him. It got to be later.
Pick him because they should have picked him in the first round. But let's see.
They need a quarterback too. No, they picked one already.
But again, like I feel like
so they're not gonna pick him. They picked one already.
Oh, it was a quarterback?
Yep. What's his name? I think last name was Dart or something. Go back to the first round.
Because they thought the Saints would pick him. They thought the Giants would pick him. They thought the Steelers would pick him.
Oh, Saints had an early pick. Hold on, go back up. No, they had an offensive tackle in the first round. I think second round they picked the quarterback.
Oh, the second round. Okay.
Second round.
I missed the second round.
Yeah, they picked Tyler Shaw or Show. SHOUJGH from Louisville. So they picked their quarterback already.
Oh. Okay, I didn't know that. I just knew in the first round they did. That's when he was like, That's why I said, okay, the Saints is picking. Maybe they'll pick him. I didn't know they picked the quarterback in the second round.
And Saints picked the defensive tackle, Arden Broughton from Texas.
Mm-hmm. They picking a lot of people out of Texas now. That's saying a lot too.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a lot of Texas selections.
If you're building a team, you should look at the schools that consistently have good records, that have the coaching staff that's trying to give them simulation of what the NFL's like in their coaching, and you pick from there. Because they always playing in serious bowl game, like Ohio State always playing for titles. They know what that pressure feel like because they always playing for the playoff. Mm-hmm. So they coach them up to try to win championships. Mm-hmm. We won the championship in Michigan, so we coach them up. So go there. Texas, the NIL, everybody spreading that money around, so you getting the talent.
Yeah.
And everybody's trying to coach like the pros now. Yeah. So they can be more prepared.
But you know, Jeff, this is the part about the nil deals that I appreciate because this is how I became such an SEC biased person.
No,
No. Because all the talent was just going over there. It was like it wasn't being spread out. And this is why Nick Saban finally retired. He didn't like it. He didn't appreciate that he couldn't get first dibs at all the good ones. You understand?
Now let me put my conspiracy hat on. They were paying these players under the damn table with the most money, and now it's legal. Everybody can start saying, no, I got that bread over here. Mm-hmm. And Nick Saban candy ass didn't want to compete with that. Because now he got to really recruit.
Yeah,
he didn't want to do all that. Let me get out of here.
He ain't like that at all.
Because he had it on lock. Because I'm coaching Alabama. I won a few chips. I'm always going to be number 1 or 2. So the talent going to come to me.
Exactly.
And I'm spot. We just don't lose the game. I play for another title.
But again, I feel like that's how I became such an SEC biased fan because that was where all the excitement was. You understand?
And that was biased because every season started, you put damn the 7-8 teams in the top 10. Don't lose, they're going to play for a good bowl. That ain't fair.
I'm just saying.
All these schools out here and SEC get 5 or 6 in the top 10 from day one.
Day one.
How much they paying y'all bastards? Because come on now. All
saying.
These other conferences got talent and they can't get 1 or 2 in there. They got 5 or 6. Like,
I'm just saying that's how I became a biased SEC fan, people.
So they broke up that monopoly.
They did.
And the money finally spread around thanks to Ed O'Bannon lawsuit from late 90s about light, the name, lightness, and all that. Mm-hmm. Now everybody can say, "Oh, Booster threw us 30 million, man. We got 2 million for it. Come over here." Okay. Now the time to spread out.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And now you got to go actually recruit because, like, man, look here. Tupac dude said they got 5 million in idea. What you talking? Now the players like, look, Bumbio campus. What them numbers looking like? That I got 5 million right now to tell you. What you talking?
But you know what though? Deion spoke on that though one time. Deion Sanders was like, he said, you know, the part about these Neal deals that because he named first, he said what he liked about the Neal because again, he was getting a lot of talent coming his way, and that was pissing a lot of people off. But the part that he said he didn't like is players come in with that exact attitude. He said, and whenever a player come in here and say to me, "What's the number?" He said, I tell them there's the door. Like, don't come in here talking numbers to me. Like, I'm here to see, can you fit into my system? Because if not, I don't want you. I don't care what type of money you're looking for. Now, if I feel like you somebody that fit in and you got the credentials and I'm willing to pay you top dollar, I do that. But don't come up in here talking about what's the money, what you trying to do. He like, no, I don't want that.
I'm a Deion fan. I think he's the greatest cornerback for all time.
Here we go.
But let's be real, Deion. When he was prime time, if they had NILs back then when you had real stupid talent when he was coming out back then, when they really played football, was knocking the hell out of each other.
Yep.
I think a lot of them type of talents would have been on that. What the numbers like, dog? I'm projected to go to the top 2 or 3. What you talking about? Mm-hmm. And the way his ego was when he was telling Atlanta Falcons, they didn't get them digits together before I get on the field. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. Yeah. Some of these dudes are not going to make it to the NFL, but this is going to be life-changing money. Yeah. Hopefully, if they're not stupid, chasing women and other stuff to help their families out. Mm-hmm. Because before you get hurt, they cancel your scholarship, you're done. Mm-hmm. They might be nice to let you get a degree, mm-hmm. but they had no more use of you. Yeah. So at least you getting some money to help your family. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of kids coming from what don't matter what backgrounds.
Different backgrounds.
It ain't just black people got struggle, white people. Yeah. That's gonna help their families for
Absolutely.
A minute.
They putting all their blood, sweat, and tears in it, and you making all the money. It's like why they can't fit into the pocketbook too. Like I don't understand.
And let's remember when Jalen Rose said on the Breakfast Club, and I didn't notice that the NCAA is a non-profit. That's straight money. So the billions they make is tax-free. So I don't hear no coaches, no presidents, no chancellors saying goddamn thing about money in these kids when y'all been making billions for years. Mm-hmm. Games, jerseys, everything. They ain't get a dollar.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up.
Exactly.
Y'all been eating for too long. Mm-hmm. Let's pull up a little bit account. Let's pull out y'all balance sheet. What is y'all liquid net money? How many billions is it? And all these TV deals y'all keep signing. Mm-hmm. And y'all crying about kids getting what, 3 million?
Yeah.
That's dropping the bucket what y'all make off a TV deal. Mm-hmm. And this might be the most money they ever see off of football. They might not get drafted.
Exactly. That's
changing the background. That's wealth generation for their people. Mm-hmm. And y'all were calling people, remember, Tiger Woods was a demon for getting a burger from somebody when he played at Stanford playing golf. Getting a hat, oh, that's a violation. Right? And y'all demonize them in the TV like, how dare someone give you $100? Mm-hmm. He was starving.
Right.
Nope, you ain't supposed to take nothing. You're an athlete. But y'all taking $20 million contracts as a damn coach.
Exactly.
And if someone say, man, I got 80. And you ain't mama house. You got 80. Oh, I'm sorry, I got to cut this short. I got to go to Texas now. And you dip. Somebody demonize coaches for doing that crap.
Right.
Do it all day.
Mm-hmm.
And what we saying? Well, I got to look up my family. You making $20 million in Texas. Why you going over here to Connecticut for 80? Mm-hmm. 50 million more.
Yep.
Okay. So what's the numbers look like, dog? I don't hear that from no damn body because y'all been eating off these kids and the former Hall of Famers as well for years.
Yeah.
Finally, they getting something.
Well, I'm glad they are. I'm glad they are.
Mm-hmm. I mean, them contracts is garbage. Your signing bonus is your contract. Mm-hmm. You don't have a guaranteed NFL contract. So if you get a 4-year, $20 million deal and $15 million up front, that's your contract, young man. Mm-hmm. If you be good enough, you'll get the rest of it. But if you say, well, I got $300 million deal, what's your signing bonus? Only $40 million. You ain't gonna see that 270, bro. You start having bad season, get hurt, be in the news with strippers and all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. You don't worry about that 270. We told it up already. And they start doing NBA players because them bums don't really play hard till the playoffs.
I just told them, but no, but Jeff, this particular playoff, okay, now I don't remember them playing hard like this for a long time because again, I haven't fully been engaged with the NBA for the last
year. Got some new teams, so go break down the things.
Yeah, we got to because they've been playing serious. Game 1, they was playing like it was a game 7. Do you hear
got me? The Thunder and Grizzlies. The Thunder's up 3-0. Nuggets Clippers. Nuggets up 2-1. Lakers Timberwolves are tied 1-1. Rockets Warriors are tied 1-1. That's the West. For the East, Cavaliers and Heat. Cavaliers up 2-0. Pacers versus the Bucks. Pacers up 2-0. Knicks Pistons. New York's up 2-1. Celtics Magic. Celtics up 2-0. You got a lot of new teams in the league too that's going back to little hard-nosed basketball. Because some people been crying about they're playing physical.
They physical.
The Lakers cried about it. It was for the teams. I'm like,
they physical,
y'all actually telling the media, man, I don't know why they playing the physicality of this game. Like,
it's beautiful.
It's basketball. So when y'all try to diss the old school 80s and 90s eras, like, oh, they played men basketball. Y'all been playing cupcake crap. Mm-hmm. Now you got some of these coaches teaching these new cats, man, we got to grind hard. And now they in your face. You ain't used to that during the season because y'all out there playing flag basketball. Don't touch me. Stay away from me. Let me shoot 33s. Now they in your face the whole time. Elbowing, like grabbing. Oh my God, he touching me. Like, that's basketball, idiot. That's what made y'all money because people wanted to see that they diving and fighting on the ball for a ball on the ground. Y'all cats ain't diving. I'm making 300. I ain't getting that ball. And you watch the game like, really? He didn't go. It was right. He could have. I'm hurt my knee. These new teams coming in, I ain't seen nobody leap to the crowd yet and throw the ball back like that's NBA basketball. They trying to get that ball for their team.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
We love that. That's basketball.
I love it. Again, game 1 for every matchup you just read, okay, and going beyond. Game 1, though, specifically, for every matchup, these men played like this was a game 7, and it was win or go home. Like, that's how these men was playing on game 1, okay?
Now maybe the players, Commissioner Silver, sent them a memo. Ratings were down. This $77 billion TV dollar deal, we on the phone, they talking about giving some discounts because this was trash that they watched all season. Mm-hmm. We can't have y'all not playing hard no more.
Yeah, because I wasn't engaged for the last 2 years.
This playoff, you better show them something to look forward to for next season. Bring that same intensity because they're going to start saying, man, ain't nobody watching this, so I can't sell no product. You getting blown, like Oklahoma was getting blown out recently. They came back. Like, it's rare you hear a team getting blown out by halftime, and they fight to come back. That was normal back in the day. They weren't going to quit.
Yeah.
These new people, man, it's for a quarter. I'm packing in, coach. We on down by 50, man. That's too much work. But you cashing that $15 million contract or whatever the hell you got. Like, come on, man, go try to win the game. Oh, my elbow. I want to do it. That was good.
I like it. I mean, again, like you said, we need to be engaged. We need to feel like, oh, you serious? Like, oh, this ain't a game, but it is a game, but it ain't no game. Okay, like this your career. Your job is to pull me in, pull the audience in, pull the fans in, make them wanna support, watch, pay to come to the game, whatever. So just like, you know, we were joking the other day when we was on the phone and you had said, yeah, like now that I got my little press pass, you know, maybe we could try to figure out how to set something up to go to a Pistons game or this and that. I said, now I go to a Pistons game. Now, before,
you want to, yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Now they worth something.
Let me tell you something. You couldn't have paid me to go, but now, okay. See, that's now that you know that you're a professional and need to show up and show out, even if they don't make it through this series with the Knicks, even if it takes us like the Lions, we made it all the way into the divisional playoffs last year. Couldn't make it into the Super Bowl. This year, we couldn't make it to the divisional playoffs. So at the end of the day, the Lions became a conversation. Do you understand? We became part of the contention, period. And so we haven't had that in quite some time. So now that the Pistons is doing the same, it's like kudos to you. Okay.
But
now, that's all I asked.
What did I tell you before the season started?
Don't you talk about these goddamn systems again, Jeff.
They hired Trajan Landon, who played with Duke when they won titles in the early 90s, as the head of the team. He'd come from a winning culture. He's going to build it and the right players to where they buy into the coach. Mm-hmm. They were like 20 and 60 something last year, and they was the 6th seed this year. Mm-hmm. People call them the baby bad boys, where they out there ready to slap somebody in the face like, "I ride my team, and what you doing?" You got to buy into the system and get the right people to play for it. Like we had Reggie Jackson, all them. I was arguing at the barbershop the other day, like Reggie Jackson is more of a 6-man. He's not the first or second option, but before when he played with us, he wasn't in the right part of the system because he was like the go-to and he ain't the go-to. And he'll make a lot of bad decisions because he ain't that end of the game spread out, give him the ball. But they put him in Denver, the right spot, and he helped to win a title.
Well, all I know is when we talked about this last, when I was against going, like I said, even if you paid me to go.
Yeah, you wanted them fair weather. When they work up, I'm there, Jeff.
But no, Jeff, no, it's not even.
You like, oh my God.
Jeff, it's not even that, Jeff. It's not even that. It's not even that. My thing is, if you're getting paid millions upon millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And I don't. And again, this is their career, so I'm not diminishing it like, oh, you're throwing the ball, you're dribbling the ball. You know what I mean? That's your career path. You understand? But you're getting millions to do so. Okay. Yeah. You should be able to show and prove, even if that means you got to take a L. Everybody can't win all the time, and I don't expect that. But can you be a part of the conversation? Again, the Pistons ain't been part of the conversation, and I don't know when. The Lions hadn't been part of the conversation, and I don't know when since these last 3 years. So my thing is, be a part of the conversation because, again, you're getting paid millions to do what you do, but I can't get paid millions to save motherfucking lives. Like, how does that make sense?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, be the professional and make me want to come and support you in my own hometown. Like, I didn't even feel like I wanted to spend my money at one point to support the Lions.
But to be fair, you had two things happen to Detroit. Campbell came here and built that family, all of us together. And it became more of all of us sports team together because they would go support the other teams and be at their games.
Yeah, that's true.
And they started becoming more like, yep, we Detroit sports. We ride for each other.
Well, you seen the Lions players was there. Abon Ra, my favorite, was there. And I didn't got so used to calling these men Sonic and them two. Them two. But not this one was Sonic. What's his name?
Gibbs. Yeah,
he was
Gibbs,
there.
Another dude.
Gibbs, Amon Ross, so they was there at this last home game for the Pistons. So I was like, okay, then.
And the second part, even when they had that 28-game losing streak, they were competing. They just didn't know how to finish out games. So you can see they wasn't quitting. It's just, okay, mentally, y'all ain't figured out possession basketball at the end. And maybe getting some more players that, okay, who's gonna take that shot in? Because you need that dude. All right, we need a shot. Give it to me. Let me do my thing.
Yeah.
And they figured out a lot over a summer to where they went from 20 and 60 something to the playoffs. That's a hell of a turnaround. In NBA, you rarely see that. Like, oh, they were laughing stock All-Star break last year, and
that's what I'm saying, though.
Like, okay, y'all put that work in and really.
But that's what I'm saying. You making it like I'm just a bandwagoner when the reality is,
but
it's
they
like,
were trying.
Make
it was
me
not
a
like
believer.
They wasn't trying though.
Make me a believer.
That's
so they finally made me a believer.
Yeah, it wasn't like you go watch the game and like, man, they not hustling. You wouldn't be mad at that because they were trying. It's just basketball is more mental, like a lot of these sports. You got to be able to situation it out at the end for what the greats always say, because you got the talent, but what do you do when it's 2 minutes left?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know to get the ball or call a timeout so y'all can keep it, or you just get the ball and freeze? Mm-hmm. Like, why did you do that? You took like too many minutes off the clock now. You should call timeout. I didn't know how many we had. Like,
okay, now Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask this question, because when I was watching the March Madness, which again I didn't really engage. Okay, but no, hold on. In the beginning, yes, and I wasn't fully engaged, but towards the mid to the end, okay, like the final 8-4-2, I kind of was locked in, okay, but before that, you're right, I wasn't really engaged. However, when we got to the championship game, and at the end, the guy went to lift off the ground. So let me ask this question just so I'm clear, because I got confused on what happened. Okay. But when you leave your feet, does that, and you don't shoot the ball, you can't touch the ball again? Like, is that a rule?
That'd be traveling.
Because I was so confused. Like when he went to go up, but he didn't shoot it or throw it to nobody else. He came back down. He did like this. Yep. And then the other team was like, he can't touch it, but he was blocking people from touching. But then the time ran out, and then the game was over, and then they won, and Houston lost. And I was like, well, what the fuck happened? So I just needed to confirm.
Now, what should have happened in that moment, because hopefully all his teammates should have knew the rules. When he went up and the dude was about to block it and came back down and let the ball go, they should have known he can't touch. He's going to be traveling. Let me run up here and get the ball, take a shot, or throw it to someone trying to get a foul call.
Exactly.
No one came to the ball. Like,
that's what I'm saying, Jeff. It was like everybody was froze. And I was like,
he can't touch it. What are y'all doing?
Like, what happened?
But like I just said, that's a great example of it's mental at the end. He knew he's going to be traveling because he didn't take a shot when he came back down. He can't touch it.
Like this.
But his teammates should have known it'd be traveling if he touched. Let me run over here and get the ball and do
nobody ran to it.
Nope. And I saw like
it was like everybody was frozen time, and I was like, "What is happening?"
Mm-hmm. And I was going mad, like he the only one that know he's gonna be called for traveling if he touch it. Why the hell y'all don't know that? Y'all should got the ball. Took a shot. But if you don't know the mental and everything of your sport, like you should be studying, that's a great example. I'm pretty sure they showed that film. Y'all should know he can't touch it. He doing his best to block everybody out.
Hey, hold on.
Grab the ball.
You should have seen the coach's face, right, Jeff?
He probably told him, like, don't y'all know that's traveling?
That part. He was
can't
looking
touch
like
the damn ball. Why y'all ain't go grab it?
No, Jeff. I swear to God. Now again, I never played basketball professionally or within school. So
even when you playing in the streets, you're going to get that call.
But let me tell you something. The coach had that look on his face like, what? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
And I was confused. Like, what is happening?
But that's a great example of it's more mental at the end of games where you know all the rules, you know the situation, but if they knew it, they panicked and froze compared to he knew I can't touch it, but I'm blocking.
He did like this.
I want you to come get the ball. And maybe he was screaming, come get the ball. And if anybody on that court was like, why he's saying that, your ass don't know the rules like you supposed to.
Well, Jeff, he didn't say that because I feel like he froze too because he just did
but
maybe
he said come get the ball because we ain't
I
hear
don't know because
say.
nobody moved, so I don't think he said that.
But they might have froze. Like, why he saying get the ball?
Jeff,
what are you doing?
I was like, well, first of all, I was rooting for the other team, so I was excited. Yeah. But I was confused though.
I was yelling at my iPad watching like, you idiots. It's traveling. He can't touch it.
I didn't know what happened. I was like, okay, but my team won, so I don't care. But I was just like, what happened?
Like, don't y'all know the damn rules?
I don't know.
And y'all looking like, what? I'm like, this what they talk about on how Kobe and them say a lot of y'all are just playing, basketball, mistake basketball, not purposeful basketball, because you don't know all the rules, everything. Oh, we got 2 fouls left. We got this. You ain't really in your craft like you should to know he can't touch that ball. I'm pretty sure the coach cussed people out like, how the hell y'all don't know?
Because he had that look. Hold on. And you know who he remind me of? And his name is very similar. He remind me of Fred Sanford. Do you hear me? And his name is very similar to that. So I'm just saying, he had that look on his face like, WTF.
I'm pretty sure he, like, I don't care if we lose, but damn it, y'all didn't know it was traveling if he touched it? Come on, man. Y'all just looking around like y'all don't know he can't touch it. It's traveling.
It was like Jeff, it was like deer in headlights.
And they had to explain the rule to people like he can't touch it because he went up with it, didn't shoot it.
Didn't shoot or throw it to nobody.
Because the dude tried to block him, so he can't touch the ball now. It's traveling. He touch it, traveling, it's their ball, game over.
All I knew, and you know, it's so crazy because I kept shouting this guy name out all during the games. All during the whole series, I just kept shouting this man out.
I thought somebody about to hit a 3 to win him. Like,
I can't think of his name right now.
And he should have shot it. And just
but he was the main one that was like, oh, no. Like, he knew the rule. But he was on the other team. I'm just saying, he knew the rule.
Yeah. He should have shot it because maybe the dude would have fouled him. He could have got 3 shots, but he saw a dude coming. Oh, damn, I can't touch it.
And he did. But he immediately threw his hands up like, all right. And then blocked the people who was immediately like behind him, like on the defense. And he blocked them. Man. But nobody else moved. And I was like,
man, I was damn near yelling at like, you dumb idiots. He can't touch it. That's how you lose the championship. Y'all don't know the rule. Just traveling. Like, no, that man. Taking no shot got off. Like, damn. Like, you got it. Know your craft if you're an athlete. Know all the rules, everything. So you can be better in the games. Now, the last topic we got to talk about Club Shay Shay himself. Shannon Sharpe has some issues. A young lady he's been dating filed a $50 million lawsuit, accused him of rape, sexual assault, other things. He's saying it's a money grab because the lawyer Tom Busby was a part of. He came after Jay-Z. He was a part of the Deshaun Watson case.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Who is Deshaun Watson?
He the football quarterback that was going to the massage parlor trying to get happy endings.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he was Cleveland quarterback.
Cleveland, yeah.
And they gave him that $230 million guarantee.
Yeah, for no reason.
Which pissed a lot of teams off. So
yeah.
I never knew because I watched Jason Whitlock's show and he was saying like there's been issues with Shannon for a minute. He got fired from CBS for some allegation of stuff. So I looked it up. And it was. Lady had a restraining order against him, accused him of sexual assault, choking people. And CBS fired him. He used to be on their NFL show in 2010. And Whitlock was saying, well, he got issues over here at FS1 as well. So it's like this dude seemed to have a pattern of situation. And two things could be true. It could have been they were dating and he started doing stuff she didn't like. Maybe she got a coach. Well, get some money, girl, because a rape case is hard to really prove in court, but you can sue him. You probably get some bread on that. And then it came out he offered $10 million trying to do a settlement, and she didn't take it. Now, in this day and age, after we learned from when Michael Jackson had his situation, he paid them off. You learned he listened to his lawyer, and them kids say he didn't touch him. So we learned if you didn't do nothing, you look bad in public opinion if you're trying to pay people off.
Yeah.
Something's there, and $10 million is a lot of bread. Something's there that you're trying to pay off.
Well, Jeff, here's what.
Now there's a new accuser that's come out from 23 saying similar stuff this girl's saying.
Oh, I didn't know about a new accuser.
Yeah, she came out. That came out earlier today.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about. Okay, I don't know about a new accuser, but what he said about the first person, okay, who he was said to have a relationship with, I heard.
Yeah.
He said he chose to go public. No, excuse me. He tried to settle it so that private matters didn't have to become public. Okay. But once he realized her tactics and her intent behind her accusations, he chose to start exposing conversations, and I guess she chose to do the same. See, this stuff gets so messy, it just gets so ridiculous. At the end of the day, here's what I want to make a PSA for all y'all celebrities out here or want to be famous type people. Stop trying, and when I say trying, I mean instead of finding you a wholesome person, and wholesome can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Okay, I'm not going to even put a definition behind what I mean by that. But if you just keep chasing these Instagram models or these people that's out here for fame and fortune and all about their looks and upgrading this and that to get your attention, I'm sorry, like I can't empathize. Okay, I'm sorry. These people ain't looking for long-term love, partnership, commitment, this, that, and the third. And this is the type of shit that comes out of it. I'm sorry. I can't take either side. I think everybody is being messy nowadays. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody got a hidden agenda. At the end of the day, be grown, respect yourself and your body, and you won't have to worry about none of this. How about that?
Now, I'm in belief, because when I came up as a kid, if you had stupid money, you called that high-end madam, and you had your certain one, and everybody know what it is, keep it quiet, pay your money, you do what you do. You can't mess with regular people. And that's what you're trying to do out in these streets. And now you need to be starting to have these, okay, this NDA, I'm going to give you this. There's already people doing this type of stuff where they got your flavor. And that's what you went to. You should have hopefully found someone that ride with you, that's down for all that. But if you out in these streets like that and you got this type of bread, I'm pretty sure there's some high-end scenarios where you can call and they got what you like that will only be for you. Because he into some role playing, all type of stuff. And the fact that it's been reports that it was more stuff coming out, bro. you doing a big thing with all this podcast, $100 million deal on the table, and you over here mess with chicks. You mean at the gym? That's 19. She ain't got no money. And let's say she didn't know who he was. She had someone say, "Oh, that's so and so," and she did rock with him.
Yeah.
If he did at some point do something when she said no means no, girl, don't do this. Just get this money. Okay. You put yourself in that situation now. You got fuck you money. You can't go call a high-end madam, get you the type of girl down for whatever you into, and they gonna know to keep that quiet. You mess with regular people. Come on, man. You was an NFL player. You was telling other people what not to do. Come on, you too old for that.
Yeah.
At this point, you down to 60. You know better. I get people want to try to say that you are homosexual and you trying hard to prove you're not. Whatever you are, that's your business. Who cares? Because all this trying to prove you a man, putting yourself in all this stuff. Some people think all this stuff stays. Some people think that. It ain't looking good for your brand. Exactly, got fired at ESPN because
because that's what I was about to say. He haven't been on that show. I forget the name.
He shouldn't have been on TV at all this week once he jumped. They fired other players Michael Irvin got fired because some girl last said he touched her. And NFL Network fired him. ESPN fired him. He like, I'm suing because I didn't do nothing. We had a conversation. The tape came out. He only talked to that girl. Did nobody get retraction? Like, so something that small, he was gone. Why the hell you got Shannon Sharpe on TV? And stuff keep coming out. She keep playing videos like, I knew somebody was going to get fired. He shouldn't have been on TV. What are y'all doing? Y'all got female audience base too.
Probably because he still has his own like following on Club Shay Shay. I'm sure he gets
way but you ESPN, you the worldwide leader in sports.
I mean that is true, but again, ESPN saw him out after Club Shay Shay. ESPN didn't see him out after he left the show with Skip.
Yeah, but
so I'm just saying.
The moment this came out, y'all have been getting ready players quickly, or go sit down for a minute to just get figured out. This ain't no little he fender bender somebody scenario.
But he hasn't been on the show though.
He was on there most of the week before they finally said get him off TV.
Well, that's why I said he ain't been on.
Yeah, because they just fired the executive. He's on there Monday and Tuesday.
Again, it just gets so messy. People quit chasing all around people. Again, if you know that this situation is just a hookup, a jump off, when I see you type situation, you got to treat it accordingly. Okay, when you get the pillow talking and convincing that this is this, if it's really that or XYZ, soon as the lines of communication get blurred, then everybody get in their goddamn feelings. Be upfront and upright with your intentions, what it is,
and have people sign NDAs up
period, or whatever. Like
you got money
together,
you got stuff to lose.
I'm just saying,
you can't just be out here like regular folk. Like, nah, we got NDA. Are you cool? ABC, woo woo. Are you not? No problem. I'll move on to someone else.
Yeah,
but you ain't doing that, and like he was. No. I know they were doing their thing for Nightcap after draft.
Yeah,
we're gonna see how this keep going, how that affects that in the Club Shay Shay show.
Well, no, I think I haven't really been watching the Nightcap to know that it was even still a thing, because the last I remember when I did watch it, he was having issues with Mr. Ocho, like
being late.
Yeah, being late, just kind of just being free willy-nilly with it. You understand? He like, you ain't taking this serious enough, and woo, 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 woo. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't think this gonna last. And I don't think I really paid attention since, but I mean, I think for him, his main brand is his Club Shay Shay. So I think that's the main thing he needs to be, you know.
And Cat Williams told him on the show.
Yeah.
Leave that snow alone, man.
Yeah.
That's one scenario when that start talking. Look at Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
It didn't take long. And it shows, even though you can teach these athletes all this stuff, it still don't matter.
Let me tell you something, Jeff. What's the famous saying, Jeff? You could take a
horse to the water.
To the water, but you can't make them drink it. I'm sorry. Nah.
Yep.
I'm just sorry.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, he always want to preach
and he clowned Deshaun Watson hard when it was like 20-some women like,
yeah,
I guess you throwing them stones a little too hard, and you got to glass out yourself, possibly.
But boom. Okay, so this is, and I was just getting ready to say that. So it's like he been all this time trying to paint that image, like, you know, I'm the martyr, and I can't do no wrong. You got to have discipline. You got to be this, that, and the third, and whoop, 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 whoop. And now you out here, sir.
I mean, if you got an iPhone, you can record your conversation. I was wondering, like, why did they put that on the phone? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got robots. We got all type of stuff out here. If you into that wild stuff, man, go find that high-end scenario that they know how to keep that on the low.
Okay, but Jeff, first of all, when they let out the whole, he called it he claimed his phone was hacked or something,
Yeah, that lie.
Okay, so
you
first
cannot
of all,
get on Instagram without actually trying to go live on Instagram.
Boom. So
everybody know that.
At the end of the
everybody
day,
know that.
We knew he was starting to become messy then. Okay, and see now it's just a.
You know what? You're right.
Boop, boop.
I ain't looking at it like that. You're right.
Yep.
Because everybody like, come on, man, you come with a better lie than that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All them things you got to click on go live. The phone just don't look up and go live on those apps.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you told Siri to go live or something or whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard. But you're right. That was the first. You stop being that humble dude and start thinking you that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Situation can humble you.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that play out over time. But you got to guard yourself, man. Once you start reaching that highness, situations will come about. And some people might be out to get you. And your brand matters. Don't mess your name up.
I know.
Oh, that's been a great show.
Yeah, sorry it took so long.
Yeah, we'll be back next week.
If Jeff remind me, I'm sorry I still need reminders. I'm going to try to program it in my phone again. I don't remember what I did the last time, and it would it would cue me, like, okay.
Now I'm going to call, text.
Yeah, I need you. I'm
signal.
sorry, Jeff. Until my mind is clear.
Now, I figured when the playoffs start, we'll come back because not too much going on in sports after the Super Bowl, really.
Yeah.
March Madness really wasn't that hype. I ain't watching till like the end, really. But we got the draft and all the stories for the NFL coming up after the draft over. We got up to the finals, so we got stuff to talk about.
Well, I just want everybody to pray for Shedeur because I don't want him to go undrafted. That will just be so.
Well, let me check, see where you at now.
Let me tell you something. That is going to be not just a major blow to him, but it's going to be a major blow to his brother Shiloh, who may or may not be drafted. It's going to be a blow to his daddy's ego. Like, really? So y'all just not going to choose my son? Like, really? I just really want him to be drafted somewhere. I'm sorry.
So I'm looking in the third round, and they're on the 87 pick, but 23rd of this round, Green Bay. And he ain't been drafted yet. And you got, for this round, left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You got 16 picks left in the third round before this night over. So someone can pick them.
Okay, in this third round.
Yep, then tomorrow will be rounds 4 to 7, and then end the draft. If he don't get picked tonight, that's going to be like, woo, that's 3 rounds someone wants.
Okay, nah, I'm just
damn.
I feel bad, but okay, yeah, we'll have to reconvene this conversation for our next episode.
Yep, hopefully he drafted and we can talk about it and what number he got. Or if he don't get drafted, that's going to be live.
That's going to be a whole nother conversation.
Wow.
Okay.
I expect that.
That part.
LeBron got his damn son on my team. You couldn't get in.
That part. That's all I'm saying. Like, you got to have some pull somewhere, sir. I'm sorry.
Cowboys ain't looking out for you, bro.
I'm sorry. Like, somebody got to be able to be like,
do me a solid, man. Get my kid. Do me a solid.
I'm just saying.
But till next time, everybody.
Okay, peace.